Can you get just as strong spending $10 a day versus $10,000 a day? It's a good question. Back when I started competing in strongman, I had to build my strength on a pretty strict budget, but plenty of pro strongmen swear that their expensive, luxurious routines are the key to their strength. So in this video, I'm running a 2-day experiment. On Monday, I'll have just $10 for the entire day to cover all of my meals and training costs. On that day, I'll be putting my best low-cost fitness tips to use. On Tuesday, I'll have $10,000 to spend on the most luxurious fitness protocols money can buy. On that day, I'll be hiring my own personal chef, a world-class strongman coach, and trying some experimental recovery techniques. And by the end of the video, you'll know exactly what's worth spending your money on and what isn't. Okay, so for my $10 budget day, I woke up here because I don't have the budget for rent or a mortgage. With only $10 in my pocket, I know I need to be resourceful, taking advantage of any opportunity that comes my way. First things first, I need to hydrate and hopefully find some calories. Score! These fries gave me some quick nutrition at 425 calories, 21 grams of fat, 55 carbs, and 1.5 to 2 grams of protein. Thankfully, I was able to find a spigot that allowed me to hydrate before this arduous day as a 2025 peasant. With my belly starting to grumble from those greasy dumpster fries, I sought out to see what other food I could budget. And I quickly realized that stores don't sell anything less than $10, and I was starting to think this whole thing was a bad idea. But staying true to the cause, I remember where the majority of my calories and protein came from when I first started strongman. Moo juice. Whole milk. This gallon of milk will provide me with about 2,400 calories, doubling it as a meal and an excellent energy drink. Calories are energy, right? 128 grams of carbs, 123 grams of protein, and since whole milk is 87% water, that means it's about 112 ounces of water, so my hydration is set for the day. This gallon of whole milk cost me $4.88, leaving me with $5.12 for the rest of the day. It's going to be tough to find a gym membership for only $5. My first stop, Planet Fitness. After getting a gym tour, I couldn't help but realize this entire gym is full of exercise bikes. Like, that's it. Just exercise bikes. And I thought, wait a minute. My uncle has an exercise bike that I can borrow. Why would I pay a gym to use theirs? So, back to the streets I go. Next stop, Gold's Gym. I heard this is where Arnold trained, so it's got to be more than just exercise bikes. And the membership is only $14.99 a month, which is over my $10 budget, but I could probably just stretch my gallon of milk to last me 2 days. That way I can stay within my weekly budget. After talking with the associate at the front desk, I realized I was the victim of a marketing scheme. In order to get a barbell in my hands, I would have to pay $14.99 for my first month, $99 startup fee, $59.99 for the first year's annual maintenance fee, a $1.97 convenience fee for being an inconvenience. I don't have that kind of cash. Back to the streets. After hours of no luck finding an affordable gym, I decided to head to my mother's gym. Mother Nature, that is. She had everything I needed. I squatted, pressed overhead, did some carries, deadlifted some heavy weight, and I even got some event training in. I felt at home. Thanks, Mom. With $5 in my pocket and an increased appetite for more protein, I decided to treat myself. These crickets only cost $3.46. Now, beef is 22 to 26% protein by volume. Crickets are 77% protein by volume, making them 3 times better than beef. Now, these suckers were big crickets, so I reckon they were about 1 gram of protein each, making this snack about 20 grams of protein. Crickets contain all 9 essential amino acids, chitin, which is a fiber with prebiotic benefits, plenty of vitamins and minerals. and it's a low cholesterol food. Feeling good with my $10 Strongman day, I tucked in for the night. Today, I'm going to 1000x my budget and see if $10,000 would help me be a better strongman, or if $10 is just as good. Alright, I'm starting my $10,000 day by hiring my own personal celebrity chef, Gordon Ramsay.
Eggs, come on, we all love them, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
We had eggs for breakfast, steak for lunch, and steak and eggs for dinner. And we even got to talk about training.
So Gordon, how long were you on starting strength for?
I stayed there for 3 years.
Oof, that's a long time. Yeah, I never really understood the low bar squat and the hip drive and stuff like that. Any suggestions for learning that stuff?
What's the first thing I said to you? Read the
book.
Read the
book. Okay, yeah, I got it, I will. Gordon, while I got you here, could you take a look at my squat technique?
Oh my God, beautiful.
At the end of the day, I asked Gordon what his daily price was for this service.
Fucking ridiculous prices.
Hiring Chef Ramsay to cook me steak and eggs all day was $2,069. I actually got a deal since I gave him some marketing tips for his YouTube channel. With my belly full, I head to my next appointment for the day in my Bugatti La Voiture Noire, which cost me $2,361 to rent for the day. A bit of an upgrade from my bicycle. My next appointment was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to train with one of the best to ever do it, four-time strongman Brian Shaw. Working with Brian was a great opportunity to refine my technique while also picking up some gold nuggets of information that I never really even thought about.
All right, so first you're gonna bend over, grab the stone, and on the platform. Pick it up, push it over your head. Perfect. So for this event, walk forward.
So Brian, how much do you charge for these sessions?
$55.
Wow, that's pretty affordable.
A minute.
Ooh. Did my time already start?
We're at 9 minutes.
Working with Brian was great, but we only got to spend 42 minutes together because he had to cut the session short. It'd been 45 minutes since his last meal. The session with Brian cost $2,310. Brian was more expensive than Gordon Ramsay. During our time together, Brian kept mentioning his tacky.
You know, you'd be a lot better if you had some of my tacky. You'd be a lot stronger at this if you had some of my tacky. It'd be a lot easier if you had some of my tacky. You'd be a lot faster if you had some of my tacky.
Convinced, I decided to see what his tacky was all about.
So tacky, we've got growth hormone, D-ball, tren, nandrolone, stanozol, winstrol, deca, halo SARMs, on a little test for fun.
So this tacky ended up costing me $2,593.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good job today. Go out there and be good.
Bringing my daily total up to $9,333. With my back feeling pretty sore after the session with Brian, I head in for a unique recovery method involving deep tissue massage, spinal adjustment, some abnormal tailbone pressure massage, and even some jaw realignment. This evil woman taxed me physically and mentally, and oddly enough, her rate was $666 per session, leaving my tab at $9,999. With $1 left on my budget, I didn't have the heart to spend it. After all, I made this video as a way to show the IRS that this is a $10,000 tax write-off. So I decided to give the extra cash to one of my loyal fans.
Excuse me, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel?
Who the f*** are you?
So, can I get just as good of results on $10 a day versus $10,000 a day? What do you think? Personally, I'll stick to crickets, milk, and rocks.